Hridaykuhara Madhye. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha mattasmritirjnanam apohanam cha. I am there in the heart of all, and from me arises knowledge, memory and forgetfulness. Once I was every day we were going to Arunachaleshwara temple. That time, one day this sloka came, Smriti Jnanam Apohanam. Smriti is memory, Jnanam is knowledge, Apohanam is forgetfulness. Anneke na unga kitta sonnne adha nenikiren. These three, it's a natural thing in the mind. You remember something, knowledge also happens about something, and you forget also. This forgetfulness also comes from Bhagavan. Sometimes you forget certain things, it is a blessing. In Vedanta Jnana, also you need these three. First thing is recollecting the real nature. That is the first step. நம்ம ஸ்வரூபத்தை ஸ்மரண பண்ணுறது. அந்த ஸ்மரணைங்கிறது முதல். ஸ்ரவணம் பண்ணுறோம், கவனம் போகிறது கண்டாபரணம் மாதிரி. Just like a necklace that you are wearing in your garland, you are wearing in your neck, and you are seeking here and there. Somebody says, it is there. Oh, this is there, I am seeking it here and there. Like that, you suddenly find, for all of us it is like that. When we come to Bhagavan, before that we had no idea about such a simple, intimate thing called I. And that japa we were making for millions and millions of years. I. And when Bhagavan tells you that, there lies the truth. So that recollection is smriti. Then jnanam, you become familiar with it, and you know that this I is not the body, not the mind, not the ego. It is not waking dream or deep sleep. It is the pure consciousness. That recognition is jnanam. That is needed. It comes through manana. And nididhyasana is apohanam. Forgetfulness. See, knowing the self is also needed. Along with that, you will find, unless you learn to not only renounce but forget things that are not needed for you, you will not find Vishranti, restfulness in the self. There comes the difference between one jnani and another also. And forgetfulness in sadhana is vairagya. That intense vairagya is there. No more your mind goes to other things. But when the mind goes to other things, jnana will not be powerful. When other things are remembered, as we said, the Maya will again and again remind you, I am there. It will remind you. So, along with meditation on the self, you have to train forgetting the non-self also. Not thinking about other things. We slip there. Very often we slip there. Slowly giving up anatma chintanam tyaktva kashmalam dukkha karanam chintaya atmanam anandarupam yan mukti karanam. Giving up thoughts about the non-self, which will lead you to grief, which will humiliate you. Your real glory will be covered by that, which will take you to stress. Kashmalam means all this. Dukkha karanam. Leaving that, chintaya atmanam. Think about the Atma. Meditate on the Atma, which is the route for liberation, freedom. So this leaving it is apohana. Apohanam actually means erasing. It means removing. So when you no more think about certain thing, slowly that will be erased from your awareness. So that the more and more that falls off, the more and more this light becomes powerful. Freedom becomes more and more. So that needs all our sadhana is sometimes vyatireka sadhana. You are not doing something, you train yourself not to do many things.
There is one quote that says, let your hands do the work, but keep your mind attention inside.
That is see, certain places your hand cannot keep quiet. So it is said you do. Because you still have prarabdha, you do. But a state comes where Ramakrishna சொல்றது உண்டு, ஒரு கையால் வேலை பண்ணு, ஒரு கையால் பகவானோட காலை பிடிச்சிக்கோ, வேலை முடிஞ்சால் ரெண்டு கையாலையும் பிடிச்சிக்கோ. அப்படி அப்போ இந்த ரெண்டு கையாலையும் எப்போ இருக்க பிடிச்சிக்கணுமே, அதை பற்றி தான் பேசுகிறோம். So one side you do the work, on another side you meditate, that is okay. But you should be ready to be established in that, in the actionless state also. Because actionlessness is natural. Action will come and go. You should be ready for that last snatching away. Whatever you are holding to will be taken away from you forcefully by that power. And if you give up, you will have no pain. If you are not ready to give up, when it snatches away, there will be pain. So, train to die before death visits you. Tirumular says, Shattuttan Palagume. He says, practice death every day. So practice death every day. What is death? Vairagya is death. Paravairagya is death. This divine indifference is death. The immortal thing cannot die, but all other things are already caught by death. There is a poem of Kalidasa, Maranam Prakriti Sharirinam Vikritir Jivitam Uchyate Budhaihi. The wise sages say that Maranam, Mrityu, death is natural and life is unnatural. Because it is temporary. The non-existence is always there as the substratum for the so-called flimsy existence. But when you touch the real existence underneath, you can never lose it. For that samadhi, we say it's samadhi, and that samadhi sthiti, that state of samadhi, till it becomes natural, that abhyasa and vairagya. Abhyasa and vairagya should be there. Vairagya means anything other than that. Exception is for food, sleep, basic requirement. And such a high standard of spirituality is sannyasa. So what will worldly people do? See, when you come to spiritual life, you are no more a worldly person. You are partially sannyasi or fully sannyasi, that's all. There is no worldly person. Worldly person means a person who considers the unreal as the real. There are only two groups. One group, they say we know what is real, but we are struggling, trying to unwind. We have to do certain things, no other way. That is okay. There you do it. But you know what is the truth. And there is another person who has almost come out of it. Almost. Because as long as you are alive, you need certain things. Those things will be around you. Food will be needed, clothes will be needed, staying facility will be, sometimes medicine, all these things will be needed. But you have found the real home. So that needs this vairagya, apohanam. Training the mind to be free of many things. Let it be absolutely free of all enslaving forces around. This is a challenge. Especially when we grow old. Many shlokas are there where Shankaracharya says death is coming. And Bhagavan's biography starts with death. Once you really see death, then life becomes truly meaningful. Only then. And all non-essentials, that which unnecessarily enslaves you, that which creates limitation to you, suffocates you, it is all various forms of death. The Upanishad says, Mrityoho Rupani. They are various forms of death. Death is not simply the last death. It is very harmless. It is compassion. But this limiting forces is the forces of death. That which again and again limits you, hypnotizes you that you are the body, you are the mind, you are the Jiva. And the work of Vedanta is to dehypnotize, to awaken, to wake up. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.